Japan Anime News, powered by Newtype. This program is a podcast that delivers anime information to the world through the multilingual voice translation tool Lingueene, counting 40 years of history in KADOKAWA's anime magazine. Based on the latest anime information gathered by the Newtype editorial department, I, Hisanori Yoshida, a Japanese broadcasting announcer who has been an otaku for about 35 years and is a rare type of otaku who speaks, will share insights into Japan's anime situation and culture with the world. This program was recorded on January 20th, 2025. Additionally, translations are done using the multilingual voice translation tool Lingueene. Please note that languages other than Japanese may contain inaccuracies due to AI translation. Let's go! First, this week's anime news. The title of the original short movie for Lycoris Recoil has been announced. Set in the Café Lycorico, the title of the original short movie depicting the new daily lives of Chisato and Takina is Lycoris Recoil, Friends and Thieves of Time. Oh, Friends and Thieves of Time. I see. So, friends are time thieves, right? The key visuals for all 6 episodes of the anime have also been released, and for episodes 1 and 6, the script will be written by Shingo Adachi. Of course, he is the director of the main series, but that's right, I often hear about it. They get along well. Adachi-san said that if they could choose what to do in their anime work, they would want to write scripts. They are a hyper-animator and a hyper-character designer. When it comes to working on character design, Adachi-san's big hit comes to mind first, but if you think about it normally, it's Sword Art Online. They are also involved in the creation of Sword Art Online, but what they say is that writing scripts is what they want to do the most right now. They were talking about something like that. Yes. By the way, it seems that the lines themselves were mostly written by Mr. Adachi, who has contributed to Lycoris Recoil at least once. Now, regarding the 40th anniversary of Newtype, a column by Brian Stromick about the 40th anniversary of Newtype has been updated on Anime News Network, an anime information site for overseas audiences. And he also touched on this program at the end. Oh, what a surprise. Thank you. Mr. Brian, if you have any contact, I will be waiting at janime242.com. And you know, this is really being talked about a lot around me right now. The new Gundam release. Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeke Axis. It was released in Japan on January 17th. It surpassed 590 million yen in box office revenue in just 3 days. It will be broadcast as a television series in the future, but this is a theatrical version that has been restructured for screening. The director Tsukimaki, who was the assistant director for Evangelion, is the one creating it. Tsukimaki has previously worked on projects under his own name, like FLCL, which is a nostalgic title. This time, director Anno is helping out with the production in various ways. Since I'm surrounded by otaku, it's natural that there are many otaku around me. The reputation is incredibly good. Everyone who has seen it says it's interesting, and everyone also mentions that there are significant spoilers. I'm going to watch it in about 12 hours. I haven't seen it yet, and I'm frustrated. Moreover, since everyone knows that there are spoilers, people are being careful not to mention them online. The buzz around this is quite high, so look forward to it. The screening will start in North America on February 28th, and screenings in Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, Thailand, Australia, and New Zealand have also been confirmed. I want to hear overseas impressions about this. I'm curious. The new movie Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid by Kyoto Animation is set to be released in June, specifically on June 27th. This is one of Kyoto Animation's super popular works, with the first season airing in 2017 and the second season in 2021. This movie is a new installment following the second season, directed by Tatsuya Ishihara, who has been supporting Kyoto Animation since the days of Haruhi. Additionally, I believe the theme song will be handled by Fana again, as everyone probably remembers the catchy tunes from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, like Aozora no Rhapsody. And then we have some news in a slightly different direction. There is a person named Naoko Okada, who is an otaku from Yoshimoto Shinkigeki. Finally, there is a performance about reincarnation in another world. First, to explain Yoshimoto Shinkigeki, for those who may not have heard of it overseas, it is a comedy troupe that has the biggest comedians in Japan. The comedy agency is Yoshimoto Kogyo, and the people from Yoshimoto Kogyo perform live shows almost every day, mixing plenty of gags into a story-driven format. One of the members of that troupe, whom I don't know personally, is Naoko Okada, who is an otaku. It seems that she is collaborating with a voice acting agency called Across Entertainment. And the story involves a Shinkigeki member who is transported to another world by a certain god and uses her otaku skills to dominate. Sogetsu Hall. It seems that they are doing it in a fairly prestigious hall in Aoyama. And this is completely a key visual, a typical isekai, another world, key visual. Are they really doing this? It looks like people like Shogo Nakamura and Tomoko Kaneda will be appearing. Also, Ayaka Fukuhara and Aya Uchida will be involved. Additionally, it seems that Natsuki Hanai and Koichi Yamadera will be participating as voice actors. I really feel like I should go. There's a strong sense that I must attend, but I haven't seen an isekai reincarnation play on stage yet. By the way, Tamayo Shimada will also be appearing. Tamayo Shimada is extremely famous for her work in Yoshimoto Shinkigeki. I wonder how this will turn out. I'm looking forward to it. It seems that the nominations for the Anime Adaptation Manga Ranking 2025 have been announced, featuring 47 works. Anime Japan will be held in Japan again this year on March 22nd and 23rd at Tokyo Big Sight, and I will be hosting several stages there. Among the nominated works are Akabeni Bones' Bodyguard and Downer Sister Wants to Play. This was the latest news. Some of you might be wondering why it turned out this way, but upon reflection, it seems strange for a news program to start with stories about the daily lives or work of unknown older men. It took me 16 episodes to realize that. I would appreciate it if you could share your thoughts about the program using the hashtag JirJAnime. I've also received some emails. In fact, after mentioning that only Kapain-san sends me messages, I've received a few more. Thank you. Let's start with one from Kapain-san. There was a discussion about the Anime Song Awards last time, and I found it interesting that there are 12 categories and that it took 4 hours to decide. Thank you. The results are widely announced, and surprisingly, when it comes to media coverage, there are many people who say things like, "Why did this get included?" For example, we didn't include Mrs. Green Apple's Lilac this year. While it may have been a song that everyone paid attention to in the major music scene, like the Record Awards, and it was a notable J-pop song, when it comes to anime songs, not everyone remembers it that well, which is something that people can understand. Also, because everyone found Sound Euphonium so interesting, we decided to give the Lyric Award to the opening and ending themes from Euphonium, which reflects our commitment. By the way, in recent years, when talking to Americans, I've noticed that when lively music starts abruptly with the chorus on TV or radio, they often say, "It sounds just like an anime opening song." This expression comes up even when we are not discussing anime at all, but in regular conversations. I think this metaphor has become common because more people started watching anime during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's true. This kind of feeling is something that has been around in Japan for a long time, and in my case, being deeply immersed in anime culture, it naturally becomes that way. So, from here, I wonder if everyone is paying attention to the Anison Awards. The reactions to the Anison Awards have been amazing this week. We've received 3 this week, right? Thank you very much. This is from Manodai. Thank you. This is my first time sending an email. Surprisingly, there are many silent listeners out there. Thank you. I discovered this radio show last December and have since binge-listened to all the past episodes. Yoshida's lively talk is easy to listen to, and it's my favorite podcast. Thank you. It's impressive that you went back and listened to the news episodes all at once. Well, Yoshida was a judge for the 6th Reiwa Anisong Awards, right? I took this opportunity to listen to Kinoko Inu carefully once again. That's right, I have been selected as a judge for the Anisong Awards, and of course, I love Unison Square Garden and would like to include them. But this year, I think it's amazing that HY is singing the theme song for Kinoko Inu, and the title of that song is Kinoko Inu. I truly believe that is the best. I took the opportunity to listen to Mushroom Dog again carefully. It was incredibly good and made me cry, but thinking about how HY is singing Dog, Dog, Dog somehow made me laugh, and I thought it was such a wonderful song. It's really true. Isn't it cool these days, all the anime songs? That's exactly right. Official Haige Dandism wrote a song called Same Blue, inspired by the Blue Box. That's cool. It's a good song. When they first came out, I was already amazed and surprised. Everyone has become cool now. When everyone becomes cool, it's either cool or like a character song, right? That's true. Since it has become either cool or like a character song, it all started with the opening of anime, which is Astro Boy. You have to say 10 million horsepower, Astro Boy. That's it. It's the theme song of Mushroom Dog, so you have to say Mushroom Dog. You can't just casually make songs with titles like Mushroom. It's really impressive, honestly. The chorus is all about dog, 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 mushroom dog. However, this song starts with where did it come from? So it completely focuses on the mushroom dog. It's truly wonderful. I really thought it was Mitsuko Horie. This is a really good song. So is it strange that I haven't received any work from Mushroom Dog? But then again, the Mushroom Dog anime has already ended, so it was just a matter of me liking it. Within the Yoshida household, it's a huge hit, along with my daughter. Among us, that is. In this discussion, I felt that the significance of the Anime Song Awards and its future direction were also important topics. This year, I want to enjoy anime songs while being grateful to all the creators involved in anime. Of course, it's only possible because there are people who create them. And also, this is from Yuzupon Jun Koku-san-san, who sent us a message saying, "Thank you very much, Mushroom Dog." They mentioned that they unilaterally hit Yoppie with the shock of Mushroom Dog, but I'm also feeling the shock myself. The lyrics for Mushroom Dog were written not by order, but by Izumi Nakasono, a member of HY. Isn't that wonderful? Nakasono's lyrics are simple, yet quite sharp. I can't help but feel that offers from anime will flood in for HY from now on. This season's show that started in January is called The Girl I Met in Okinawa is Too Dialectical and It's Tough. Is that right? It's abbreviated as Okitsura now. That one was really good too. In fact, I think it's my favorite art style among the gal-themed anime in recent years. It's The Girl I Fell in Love with in Okinawa is Too Dialectical and It's Tough. The art is really, really good. The subtitles come up a lot in a good way, like something you'd see on YouTube. As a work, I think it has a high level of modernity. However, I believe it's often seen as just a straightforward romantic comedy, so it might be taken lightly by society. But I love it. I really, really love it. Of course, there are other shows this season that are interesting, like All Shu and Abemujika. But personally, my current favorites are The Villainous Reincarnation Uncle and Okitsura. The Villainous Reincarnation Uncle is straightforwardly enjoyable with Kazuhiko Inoue. Well, I naturally finished watching the final episode of the Mushroom Dog anime, and I must say it was a uniquely flavored anime that couldn't be entirely described as a heartwarming daily comedy, which personally struck a chord with me. No, but that's really how it is. The life-size Mushroom Dog plushie makes you want it almost like brainwashing while watching the anime. That quirky commercial was also quite memorable. So, thank you for that. Honestly, the Mushroom Dog isn't particularly nice. It's surprisingly annoying. But even with that, there are some cute aspects, like the fact that it spreads spores. What is that? Personally, I like it though. Is the non-credit opening sung by HY for Okitsura already released? Wow, it has 210,000 views in just 9 days. That's quite a lot. I absolutely love HY this time too. What we've almost forgotten can be found in the combination of HY and anime. Please send over anything that others might not care about. Recently, I've been talking a lot about anime-related topics, and to give a recent example, during the 10th anniversary event of Tuken Ranbu, Yuichi Nakamura revealed something that had been kept under wraps. In the history of Japanese swords, there are 5 legendary swords known as the Tenkagoken, and there was one sword that had not yet appeared. When that sword was finally announced at the event, I thought the venue would explode with excitement. Laughs. There were about 7,000 people at Makuhari Messe, and I hosted the event 4 times. By the 4th time, it was really something else. Alongside me was Kappei Yamaguchi, who was co-hosting while wearing fox ears. And we were both like, wow, this is amazing. We are doing various things. So, if you were to send me your thoughts about my personal work, this would probably be the best place to do it. There are no time constraints, and since no one else is speaking, I can handle it freely here, especially since it's related to anime. It's all about anime, after all. There's something I want to say, but I wonder if I shouldn't say it yet. The theater version of Hypnosis Mic has finally started media screenings, and I went to see it. This time, Hypnosis Mic is basically a rap battle. The audience can determine the winner of the rap battle by scanning QR codes with their smartphones, allowing them to vote on who they think won right there in the theater. When it's voting time, the smartphone screen changes to the voting interface. You input your choice to decide the winner, which is amazing. But what's even more impressive is the team at Polygon Pictures who created that amount of music videos. It's truly the most authentic form of a movie that overwhelms with the power of music and visuals. Plus, it's interactive. I think it surpasses The Greatest Showman. Really? I think it's something that only non-Japanese people would do. Making that, I truly believe, is really tough. Since it's really difficult, sound is incredibly important. So it's obvious to get a live performance, but you should definitely go to the theater. Voting is also fun. By the way, it seems there are 7 endings in 48 variations. So I'm not joking when I say I want to go to a cheering screening. I really want to go. However, there's a possibility that it could lead to an ending I've already seen. Even if it leads to an ending I've already seen, since it's live, it's music, so I can enjoy it as many times as I want. I wonder what the probability is of completing all of this. What should I do? It's quite difficult. I think organizing it myself would probably be the best way. Make 100 friends and have everyone say, let's do this, let's do that, and rent out the theater by covering everything each time, relying on numbers to determine wins and losses. We need to create something like a hypnosis mic party. I believe it's about organizational strength to win. So, I'm very curious about that right now. Well, is it okay to refer to you as Adokudoku Fusuki? Someone who posts on X mentioned that they've been listening to this podcast since the first episode. I'm expecting knowledge and behind-the-scenes stories that only a long-time fan like Yoshida can provide. I want to know major pieces of information that overseas fans and younger generations might not be aware of. So, how about that? Did you know about it or not? I have no idea. Anyway, the screenings will start in February, and while I think Hypnosis Mic will definitely cause a stir in the world, I will make noise regardless. It's interesting. Please be sure to check it out. I have been running the Manga Award for 18 years. You might wonder what that means. But every year, we select manga with a maximum of 8 volumes based on the concept of recommendations from friends, without any discussions among about 100 manga enthusiasts. Only through voting. We have an initial nomination of 10 works, and from those, everyone reads them all and then votes again to decide on one work for the Manga Award. This past Tuesday, the nominations for this year were announced. To clarify, I am the one sending press releases to various media outlets. If this ends up on Yahoo News or similar, the source is me, as I am in charge of the operation. This time we have Takahira Tamura's Cosmos, Kiko Urino's Alice, Even to Space, Hatsumi Kodama's This World is Worth Fighting For, Kamome Maruyo's I Love Eating a Lot, Mochizuki-san, Shiho Kido's When the Honeysuckle Blooms, Tetsuo Deuchi, and Kuwahari's Ordinary Light Music Club. And is it correct to read Arin Shirakawa's name? I really don't know how to read Aiko Mutsubana and Yugiri Akizuka's names, but their work is titled Returning to Life in a Magic School with My Ex. However, affection level is 0. And Yama Kazuyama's Star of the Women's Garden, and Hikaru Izumi's The Great Magician of the Library, and Nabe Kurao's Fuji by the Wayside. That's what we have. The works are all completely different in direction. The Manga Awards are like that every year. When asked if there is a need to decide the first and second place among them, I actually think there isn't much of a need. At the nomination stage, which ones you like is largely a matter of personal preference, so I hope you can read the ones that catch your interest at that stage. This serves as a book guide, and I'm doing this because I want to create a book guide. By the way, I've read about 7 works from the current selection. Most of the judges are manga enthusiasts, so on average each judge has read about that much. They read between 6 to 8, and very few have read 10. The thrill of being a judge for the Manga Award is that every time I read the last 2 works I hadn't read, I think, wow, this is really interesting. Everyone does this for free. They all pay their own costs to read the works without any compensation. So choosing one from this selection is important. Otherwise, people won't remember the current 10 titles. That's why we select one. And there will be an announcement this year as well. I was the one who arranged the press release and secured the venue for that. And the grand prize will be announced on March 27th. Please use the hashtag JAnime for your impressions of the works you have seen. The email address is janimeyo42.com. I would love to hear opinions from fans of Okitsura. So far, my family hasn't watched it much. I'm currently watching Okitsura alone, so I would really appreciate it. Next week, we will bring you the latest anime news. I have rearranged the structure. How does it look? This was Yoshida Hisanori, a Japanese broadcasting announcer.